Good evening to DeFiChain News on 24th of August 2022. The news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will talk about the next shows and dates. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. Good evening, Mark. How are you today?
Fantastic. He really hyped up. We just did the German one. It was a blast. We brought a lot of stuff today this year.
A lot of things happened, right? And yeah, prices also going up. Everything looks good.
You
We are
mentioned
looking
it.
forward.
You mentioned it, especially against Bitcoin. That's really nice to see. We had this a couple of months
Yeah,
ago, right?
yeah, long time ago.
Cool.
But a lot of things to talk about. So let's start with the headlines.
Absolutely. Here
What
they
are the
are,
topics?
DC. Let's go.
So, headline of the show, the DFIPs stabilizing dUSD. We will talk about what is on GitHub to be voted on. We have another stablecoin reward upgrade or movement. We have an update of the Lightwallet. A new version is 2.3.1. We have another stock split. Tesla is now a 3-to-1 stock split. Notable mentions, community project and their updates as our regular point, and the future dates.
Exactly. And for
Then,
everybody who is watching really closely, I put the wrong date on the slide. Today is the 24th of August, not the 17th of
right,
August. Yo,
doesn't matter.
doesn't
Content is
matter.
right.
Content's right. Okay, exactly. So you see, guys, we cut corners here, copy and paste from old slides. Cool.
Right. Then, voting round is coming from Monday on, every masternode, or Monday to Tuesday, the change of the date. Every masternode can vote on the FIPS stabilizing the dUSD. Tell us a little bit what is on GitHub now for us.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story already, right? So there were endless discussions about the USD and how can we stabilize it. There was a Twitter space recently as well, and Kugi, I think, wrote a post where he actually put all these ideas together. There were a lot. At the end of the day, there were only two DFIPs proposed or handed in for the voting now. So first of all, the DFIP that you and Kugi together proposed, and the second one from another community member. Interesting enough. So it looks kind of, so could have two reasons. Either everybody else thought that these are just the best ones, so the other ones are not necessary. I think that's most likely what really happened, that people just said, okay, they fulfill the purpose hopefully quite well, or the others just forgot about it. I think it's more that they really like this proposal that you and Kugi put up. So what are we going to vote on? The two DFIPs are DeFiChain improvement proposals for the ones who are not familiar with the abbreviation. It's about removing dUSD, algo dUSD out of the system. How do we achieve that? We want that people burn dUSD. How do people burn dUSD? Means they sell them. How can we motivate people to sell them? We're gonna raise the amount of dUSD in loans, because then on the other side, the fee, the stabilization fee is gonna drop and people most likely gonna burn more dUSD. Why do we do this? First of all, we want dUSD in loans, yes, but that's not the only reason why we want actually vaults and loan-backed dUSD. We also want we are incentivizing people actually to do so. Why do we incentivize people now? So the stabilization fee, 50% get used now to incentivize people who create vaults with dUSD, DFI, and mint dUSD. You have to lock up a ton of dUSD and DFIs. And this is gonna help us actually to put a lot of collateral away. Putting collateral in vaults means the supply is gonna go down. If supply goes down, demand goes up and the price is increasing. If the price of DFI increases, it means we also need more dUSD. So you see, guys, for everybody who is now absolutely confused what I told you, it's kind of a circle. All these things play together. We put more into loans, we incentivize more loans, DFI price goes up, and this is going to influence the whole system positively. At least that's the idea how we have it. Let's see if it really works. I'm pretty positive if it works. I think it's very well thought through. The second DFIP that we have is from a community member, Mark. It's not me. I think it's Mark76. I think he was also present in the last Twitter space. And he had a good idea that he said the stablecoin pools that we have now, dUSD, Tether, and USDC, should actually get more rewards than they have now. And putting more rewards there will make them to grow. If they grow, hopefully other pools gonna shrink, and it brings a little bit more balance to all the dUSD pools. The idea is to bring the rewards up to 15% in these stablecoin pools. We're gonna talk about this in the next step a little bit more. But yeah, great idea. Let's vote on these two, and all the masternode owners out there, get ready, fire up your masternodes, that we can have a great voting round on these DFIPs. Also on the CFPs. We're not going to talk about the CFPs tonight. But yeah, that's the story about the two DFIPs this year.
Right, and you can vote on both, right? They are not like the one or the other. We can implement both, and both will work on a different side to stabilize the peg. Means the value of dUSD to $1.
Exactly.
Great ideas.
And who is not sure yet about all these things, read it up. It's all on Reddit. There's a blog post, so there's a lot of information. So don't have to only rely what we tell you here in the news show. There's really a ton of material out there.
Cool. Then we come to our next topic of today's show, stablecoin block rewards. We mentioned it for the new DFIP, but there was also an old one. What is happening on this side?
Yeah, so we created these stablecoin pools too. So there were two ideas. So first of all, we wanted to give more possibilities kind of to bind dUSD and to open up possibilities for arbitrage in the future. But we also wanted to reduce the block rewards in the dUSD DFI pool, because this pool is massive, and whenever there are price changes, this one reacts like, I always compare it like a big oil tanker on the sea. It moves very slowly in either one directions, up or down. So taking rewards away, we wanted to shrink that pool and also bring the dUSD Tether and dUSD USDC pools up. Like we mentioned before, at the moment the goal was to bring it up to 15% of these pools. Now the idea is actually, the idea is to bring it up to 15%. Now with the old DFIP, we can only bring it up to 10% of the stablecoin pools. So a further increase in the stablecoin pools and a further shrinking in the dUSD DFI pool. That's the idea, and that's the second proposal. And this plays together with we're going to do like a weekly increase, so always 1.5%. So that would bring us up to, with the new DFIP in a couple of weeks, to the 10%. And the next round brings us up now, we mentioned it before, to 9%, I think. And that's going to be on Friday. That's actually tomorrow.
For you tomorrow, for us in 2 days.
Yeah. So,
like usually.
Right. I'm a little bit ahead, back in time. Okay, back to the future. Cool. Yeah, so that's the idea. So there's no stopping for the rewards with the new DFIP. It could go even higher. So just that you get it, that you get the whole concept. Cool. That's it.
Thanks. Cool. Then I think it's also a regular point in our news show, updates on the Lightwallet side. Yeah, there's a big a change in progress. What happened here in the last week?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So they are constant guests here in our show for a long time already, and it's such a long time. The Lightwallet is 1 year anniversary, 1 year birthday. Happy birthday, Lightwallet! Since 1 year, we are using this fantastic tool, and I think it changed the face of DeFiChain quite dramatically. When we go back in time, the old desktop wallet was like everybody's favorite. Everybody loved it. Now everybody uses the mobile phone. I was super skeptical at the beginning. I became a strong believer that that's an amazing tool. I really love the Lightwallet. I think the team is the birthday research team, especially the wallet team of birthday research, is doing a fantastic job here. And they brought us 2 updates this week. So they enhanced the UI for the send feature, and they also enhanced the UI and user experience, how to add liquidity. So I think it's very nice to see whenever you do an update and they really say, please do constant updates. So there are now sometimes once or twice a week updates. You get these new features automatically then, and you see everything becomes more colorful, everything becomes more organized, the fonts are nicer to read. It's like really a big improvement. It's more on the user experience side, and on the handling, it's not so much the features that get changed, it just becomes prettier, nicer, easier to use. Fantastic. Yeah. 1 year, DC.
Cool.
How time flies,
1
huh?
year.
I didn't think
Right.
that it's so long already.
Yeah. It's really a great wallet. Yeah. If you compare it with the very beginning where we started with the full node wallet, changed completely.
The old
Really great.
design, right? There was a blog post today, and we're gonna link that up. When you look at the old design, it looks actually kind of old. And it's not even old. It's just changed a couple of
just a year.
weeks ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, then next point, Tesla stock split 3-2-1. What's happening there?
Yeah, it's our 4th stock split on DeFiChain. We had 3 successful ones. This one is happening today and tomorrow. The freezing time, actually there's not much happening. We really have to see. If you hold the Tesla, you will not really feel it, beside that the DEX, the trading pair, is going to be frozen for 3 hours. There's a 3-hour time lock, 1 hour before the split, 2 hours after. That's all. So 3 hours where you cannot trade the token. On the other side, there's not much happening. You're going to end up with 3 times more token in your wallet. Of course, every token is going to have only a third of the price. So it's kind of a non-event, right? The Tesla is going to be the same more or less after. If you look at the token ID, you're going to see it's a new token. Otherwise, you will not even mention it.
Yep.
But in case you wonder why you cannot trade it, that's because it's locked for the stock split.
Cool. Then we are looking forward to this non-event and come to the next topic, notable mentions.
Hopefully it's a non-event. I keep fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Notable mentions. Yeah, Uniswap liquidity mining is doing quite well. There's more and more liquidity locked up in the Uniswap pool. So it's going to be interesting to see over time if this is more capital flowing out of the native DeFiChain pools and moving on to Ethereum. I think there's also quite a lot liquidity coming in. The APRs are still very, very juicy. So between 39% to 50%, depending on the pool. What is on Uniswap quite remarkable. I hope a lot of people get to know DFI through this way. It's in some way, of course, also a marketing initiative. There were a million DFI put aside from the community fund to support this liquidity mining effort. And yeah, it's a great thing. It helps us, of course, with all the ERC20 listings on exchanges as well. People know DFI from Uniswap. They see it on exchanges. Even on exchanges, you don't even really feel that's the ERC20 token. Besides, you choose the network that you want to send it. And that brings us to the next topic. Bitmart listed us as well as an exchange, and they listed the ERC20 token as well. So go to Bitmart, buy some ERC20 token, put it on Uniswap into liquidity mining, and don't forget to claim your rewards. You mentioned that before. It's not as easy. We are quite spoiled on DeFiChain where everything happens automatic. You have to claim your rewards there. Be careful. If you claim, it costs you gas fees. So it costs you a little bit Ethereum there. So the best is accumulate them over time and then you just claim them so you withdraw the rewards.
Cool. Then our favorite regular point in the news show, community project and the updates. Today we have a long list, so keep up the speed
Okay,
and tell us what's happening.
let's get cracking here. So, Accelerator team, put up 3 CFPs. Check them out. Learn and Earn, Exchange, and SmartCon. What is SmartCon? SmartCon is another big event. It's organized by Chainlink, by one of the largest cryptocurrencies out there. We're gonna send representatives to this exchange as well. So there's the mainnet event that we spoke about, and there's gonna be the SmartCon. Then this first Learn and Earn video was released. Check it out. Link's gonna be in the show notes. Looks pretty amazing, really nicely animated. Shelly is the main star in the first video. Yeah, check it out. Don't wanna talk too much about it. There's also a sticker pack released. 10 Shelly Telegram stickers, animated ones, are released. Also, you can find them in the show notes if you haven't done it yet. And then they are working on a CoinMarketCap airdrop as well. Vault Maxi 2.1 was released by Kui. What is the Vault Maxi doing? The Vault Maxi is actually kind of helping you to keep your balance on your liquidity mining. It makes sure that you don't drop and get liquidated. What can a new Vault Maxi do now? The new Vault Maxi helps you also with reinvesting. Everything about the Vault Maxi you can find on GitHub. Really cool project that Kügi and Krish developed here. Then we've got Jellytime NFTs. They have a charity action going on with 4 painted NFTs. I haven't seen them yet. Too said they look really, really nice. Really have to check them out. They do a charity organization for the Children Hospice Bad Tabards. Link's gonna be in the show notes. And there's also gonna be a tweet where more is explained about it. Thanks a lot for doing these things. Then DeFiChain Lottery. DeFiChain Lottery is an interesting project. This is gonna be a lottery on DeFiChain. We have a lot of winners already. So the team who put it up, they made a lot of people rich already. 170,663 DFI were paid out. Just be careful. These are DFIs on the mainnet. Don't spend them all.
No, testnet.
Yeah.
Testnet, not mainnet.
Sorry. On the testnet, not on the mainnet. So if you won the DFI there, please don't spend them yet. They are only on the mainnet. The idea is they are testing that on. So there's a drawing every day now. In the future, is planned to do it weekly. It's kind of lottery in Germany and Austria. In Austria, we call it 6 out of 45. I think it's a similar system. Yeah, lottery, guys. For everybody who wants to gamble, the idea is also you can buy your ticket in DUSD. Part of it gets burned, so it helps the DUSD burning. Check it out. This is CFP online, and more information to be found around this project. And Mammon is the masternode monitor by Michael Fuchs. He decided to put the page that shows the DeFiChain, everything around DeFiChain voting on a separate page. You can find it now under the URL DeFiChain-voting.com. Yeah, that's an interesting page to follow, of course, closely how the CFP and DFIP voting's gonna come along. Last but not least, Daniel Kagara posted an update regarding his bridge. So this is the bridge where you can actually you lock up DFI, and on the other side, BEP20 DFI get minted for BNB Smart Chain. The bridge is working quite nicely. It's in operation for 4 months already. 313,000 DFI have been locked up. I spoke to him recently. The GitHub issues there's actually no open GitHub issues. The last issues were about mobile use of Meta chain on the mobile phone. So Meta Wallet extension on mobile phone is not such a great thing and is actually not supported. So that were the last GitHub issues that have been closed. It works really flawlessly. Smaller things happened over the last couple of months, but yeah, I checked it out on your fantastic dashboard. On your dashboard, DeFiChain Analytics. If you don't know that, check it out there. You see how many transactions per day, and it's on average. I did a estimation based on the numbers there. It's about 80 swaps per day. It's quite nicely. And yeah, volume is increasing constantly. So it works quite well, or very well actually, not quite well, very well.
Okay. Good. Thanks for all the updates. A small hint, all links will be provided later on in the description. I have not put it yet. I will put it later. So if you are searching for the one or other community project, just check out the video later if you're watching live. If not live, it should be available. Okay, then our last topic for today, future dates. What's happening next?
This is the reason why everybody was here until now, not only to leave us a like, but also to hear the future dates. Next week, news show. Please come and join us here, that we are not sitting here alone in the dark. But this week we have 3 rebuild shows. There was a community Reddit kind of pre-voting round that has nothing to do with CFP gets funded, but it's to show interest of the community. And there were 3 projects voted. One is Lock, it's a staking provider. The next one is kind of a neo broker, it's called DFS Neo. And the third one is the DeFiChain Hackathon from Birthday Research. All these projects going to be presented to you by the project owners, and DC is going to host 2 of these shows tomorrow on Thursday, and I going to do 1, and they all going to be, they're all going to be 10 a.m. German time, 10:40 German time, and sometime after the recording of the one that I record with the nice gentleman here in Singapore. So yeah, check them out tomorrow, get a little bit of impression, but don't forget to read up on Reddit, because there are all the projects up there. And yeah, and then let the voting begin.
Cool. And next week, we will have a look if something happened on the first day of voting. And in 2 weeks, we have the results and see who are the winners and who not. Cool. Then thanks everyone for watching live. We have some time for the one or other question. So stay until a short break, and we will have a look in the chat. Everyone else watching not live, thanks for watching it. Maybe you can arrange it next time being live part of this show and raise your question. See you next week or tomorrow in the rebuild shows.
Absolutely.
Have a great time.
See you.
Getting louder.
Getting louder. This thing is kind of interesting. I didn't press a button. It was all fully automatic. The thing is getting smarter, or I don't know, scary in some way. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Who is here? Christian is here. Hi, Christian.
Sure. I'm just putting all the links in the chat for Christian.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. DC is also here. Airdrop is here. Cryptonym is here. Good, here. Clive says, DFI is moving up strong in the right direction. We love this direction. Right. You mentioned it before. DFI is doing really nicely against Bitcoin at the moment. Might have to do with the upcoming DFIP round. There's some buying going on the DEX. Yep. Mm-hmm. Nice to see. Love you, DFI. Wish you, gamer. Pump DFI, absolutely. I'm also buying. Looks good at the moment. I think we've seen the bottom. But yeah, no financial advice here. Who knows what's going to happen? Question, dUSD is pumping from 66 since I bought. Why is my amount of dollar of dUSD going down? I'm confused. dUSD is pumping from 66 since I bought. Why is my amount of dollar? Do you understand the question?
Half. I think the user has some D tokens in the wallet or D token liquidity mining, and there was the pool of DFI dUSD. So that's the link between all other crypto assets and the D token. And we had in which direction is it? We had a high discount, right?
Mm-hmm.
Means you need less dUSD for a DFI. Is it right? No, you need more.
If the discount is high, you need more dUSD for DFI, yeah.
No, I got not a question.
Yeah,
then it's the other direction.
Lloyd, maybe you can specify a question a little bit. It's not really clear what you mean, I think, here. Do us a favor, put it in the comments. We're gonna be happy.
Why is my amount of dollar of dUSD going down?
Your amount shouldn't be going down if you hold them at all. Yeah, just put up more information, then we can see. Yeah, okay. Christian said, please put the links there. Okay, A.R. Hoffman, very welcome for the updates. Yeah, that's it for the questions so far. If Lloyd is
Yeah,
not
one
gonna...
was
Yeah.
a new one
Wait.
came up.
Okay, there's one.
Yeah.
Cryptonym.
Yep.
Okay. Will the current desktop wallet DC be deprecated, discontinued when the Light Wallet is brought to desktop?
There was a plan to build up a Light wallet on desktop and also a new full node wallet. And with the original plan, the old one would be deprecated. I have no update on this front. If there's still a full node wallet planned, and if there's no new release, I think they will still keep alive the old one and update it to new nodes.
So far it's working because we need it for the masternodes, right? So let's see. Actually, the Light Wallet for desktop is kind of, I don't want to say delayed, but this was kind of promised quite a while ago. I think there's just so much happening with the Light Wallet on a mobile phone that this wasn't rolled out yet. TF says, guys, do you have a link for the upcoming updates, or what is the hottest DFIP which will likely be approved?
Have a look on GitHub. I just posted a link to all DFIPs and CFPs.
They're all hot. They're all really hot. So I think, yeah, I mean, come on.
Check it out, read about it, have a look. We just mentioned the 2 DFIPs for the DUSD issue. There's one more at least, and a lot of CFPs.
Exactly. We don't want to say what's the hot shit out there. I think there are a couple of good ideas. Please, check it out. Read up and see what is what you like, what you don't like. A ton of CFPs to vote for. Check it out. Eric says, looks like the calculator outside of the pools comes up with a different price than the calculator within the pool. Calculator in the pool could be maybe the information on the Light Wallet that this shows a different price. Honestly, I have no idea. Possible. Could it be that there's a different? Yeah, of course it could be. One is calculated, but it all uses the same APIs, right? It all uses the same infrastructure.
Yeah, but the Light Wallet has only the information from the blockchain. So the dollar value is calculated based on, I think, US dollar tether pool of DFI. So everything is calculated based on pool ratios. And if you check out something outside, especially CoinMarketCap or so, they have other information than just DEX pools.
Yeah, so I would trust the internal information on our system here. Everything what is out there, I don't know where they get that data from. Cool. Daniel Kern says, will it ever be possible to have limit orders on the DEX? Technically even possible. As far as I'm concerned, DC, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is not really possible because the way how is trade is completely different. There's an automated market maker formula, and this formula tells you actually you buy something, you get a certain amount of it. So limit orders don't really work there because there is no order book. That would be my explanation.
It's not easily done because you need a kind of service. Yeah, you can for sure create a kind of transaction. Say, okay, I want to swap, but don't send the transaction to the blockchain. Hold it back and wait until you reach a certain level of the pool ratio, and then send it. That would be possible and would act like a kind of limit order, because you said I want to swap to to a fixed ratio and just wait that it is reached, but it's not on the blockchain. Then it's kind of a service, a kind of wallet. I think DeFi MetaChain will give us some opportunities there to program such things more easily, because here it's easier to automate things, and that's a kind of automation. Yeah, you're doing things in a system. You just trigger the beginning. Yeah.
Exactly. Because if you do a limit order, it would actually show up in an order book, right? Limit orders show up in order books. Good. Let me see here. We've got 2 more questions. Question: is it planned that I can have D token as collateral?
Not planned so far, and I would not do it, because then you are you put things to mint into the wall to mint the same thing, and then you can.
It's kind of a circle, right?
Circle. Yeah, we did it with the dUSD. Advantage of the dUSD is we can use it as a fixed price of $1. D tokens will vary in the price.
Sora says, nice avatar. Do you really think DFI can pump $2 to $4 cause the liquidity squeeze even when markets keep crashing? Good question. So I'm very positive that all these measures have a positive impact on the DFI price. There were a couple of really good calculations done before, and I'm very positive. I mean, it sounds very logical. If the market crashes in general dramatically, then of course it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, because we don't know what people are gonna do, right? Maybe people are gonna panic, and instead of putting it up for collateral, they're gonna sell the shit out of DFI, and then things gonna go a different way. I think we have to see this. We have to see if the market is stable. Then I'm very positive that we see a strong price increase. But if everything goes south, then most likely it's gonna be delayed. But it could happen later, right? So it doesn't mean that it destroys the whole idea, but it could be delayed. How do you see that, DC?
I would say, can we reach 10,000 Satoshi again for DeFi? Yes. And if this results in a dollar value of $2 or $4, depends on the overall market. So measured in Bitcoin, we can see this 2 to 4x from today. The rest depends on the overall market.
That's an interesting comment here from Cryptonym. I finally read the whole white paper today. Then you're one of the few people who did it most likely, and looked at the pink paper too. Both look to have not been updated since the beginning of DeFiChain. Is it planned that they will be updated? Good point. I can't answer that. I haven't written them. I think the original white paper, I don't know if this is gonna be updated. I'm gonna take a note of that. That's a really good question.
Sure.
Any idea?
To my knowledge, the idea was to have then this pink paper as a kind of second version. It was created 1 year after the the white paper. I think it's now more than a year old. If this is updated, also no idea.
I think I understand it like you, DC, that white papers are actually the initial idea. Also, the Bitcoin white paper, I think, was never really updated. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might say something completely stupid. I think the original white paper from that was written at the beginning before everything was launched was the initial idea, and all the forks that happened are for sure not incorporated in Bitcoin's white paper, and most likely this is the same story here. But it's a really good question. I'm really gonna ask Yusin what's the idea with white paper and pink paper, but I can't answer that. It's noted down. Let us mention that in the next news show. That's gonna be an interesting one. Cool, thanks a lot. Cool. Great question. Awesome. Then DC, I see no more questions. I see 23 likes. Thanks for leaving us a like, guys. Fantastic questions. Some are really tricky tonight.
Yeah.
Make us think.
It was a good Q&A session for the English.
Yeah.
live stream. Yeah. Thanks.
Great. Thanks for the questions. Awesome. We couldn't do a question and answer session without good questions, indeed.
Good. Then we are at the end for today's news show. Watch tomorrow the 3 We Build on DeFiChain shows if you are interested in the community projects and their CFPs. And if not, next week news show, same time, same place, new topics, not same.
Not same. Only DC and me are gonna be the same, just a week older. Thank you.
Right.
And
Thanks a lot.
have a nice
great time.
evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.